Hello everybody on the internet watching, and welcome to the final game of week 5 of the Totally Normal Football League regular season. The Wyoming Janitors on the road against the Seattle Beefers here in Seattle again. We just witnessed the game between the San Francisco Shitbirds and the Seattle Stoats, and now we're into a different kind of Seattle here at the Beefatorium, as the Beefers have won the opening coin toss, decided to defer on this windy day in Seattle. So it's going to be Janitor's first possession of the game. Bobby Williamson at the 6 to return the ball, and he's out like a rocket, but gets quickly tackled down at the 25. The Janitors, embarrassed by the Kingston Gators last week, only scoring a singular field goal. And this is a team that everybody says has one of the better defenses in the league. Now Bruce Bogdan has a retooled offensive playbook for this week to try and combat all the struggles they had last week. As it's a McFridge. What a spin by McFridge! And he's up the left side at the 30. He's at the 40. Tackled down. And the ball's loose though! A roller coaster start ends in tragedy for the Janitors. What an incredible dodge by McFridge, but a heavy hit. Oh my god, and they're challenging the fumble. The safety is Tyler McFridge's knee. We're having a challenge on the first play of the game. Is the ball out before the knee is down? The knee's down, then the ball's out, so Tyler McFridge might keep this.
No fumble occurred.
And a true roller coaster of emotions for the Janitors as they go from, whoa, this is awesome, to, oh, not again, to like, oh. Excuse me, I need to fix something on my screen here. Okay, I have the correct players up on my screen now to help aid my broadcast. And the Seattle Beefers booing the referees overturning the play. What a start from this retooled Janitors offense. Bogdan once again handing it off to Tyler McFridge, but he's stopped. He's taken down by Jevin Holdsbard, and now they're like, okay, Tyler McFridge is the guy to take down. So they're stopped for a loss. That's going to push the Janitors back to their own 45, 2nd and 12. Bogdan tossing it to McFridge, gets it to the 50. That's going to bring up a 3rd and medium for the Janitors. 3rd and 7. They're at the 50. Bogdan in the shotgun. Bogdan has had issues with being a bit of a gunslinger this season. We'll see if he's got a good arm here in this move. He throws one deep to a triple covered Craig Quaffit, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Janitors will have to punt. Dan Popcapped out at the 50. Oh, wild snap. He's going to try and coffin it. This looks good. And that will be at the around the 15 to 20 mark. A great punt there by Dan Popcapped. Yes, the ball is spotted at the 17. So that's his one and only punt inside the 20. So now the Beefers, who have made lots of roster changes and offensive playbook tweaks of their own, are looking to strike back after a 3-and-out, throwing it to the tight end. Nathan Gamer, the new starting tight end, on the quick outs, tackled down by Bobby Williamson. The short reception is going to bring the Beefers forward 4 yards. The Beefers hoping to snap this away team win streak that's been going around the league. 7 in a row now. Hand off to Justin Threadbare, who's got a lot of room on the left side. 1st down, Beefers. Tackled by the biggest man in the backfield, Zach Racer. First down, Beefers. Ash McEnroe still in charge of this Beefers offense. Justin Threadbare is going to get the handoff once again up the left side. That's going to be a gain of 9. And so far, the outside runs getting around this Janitors defense. Stanley Turfmunch in as the running back. And it's going to be a play action. Throw up the left side. Tapped away by Zach Racer. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short for the Beefers. 3rd and very short make it. Perhaps Ash McEnroe is just going to sneak across. Stanley Turfmunch is ready for a dive if need be. Yes, it's going to be a Stanley Turfmunch down, and he gets a lot of yardage. He's going to go all the way to the opponent's 46.
Gain of 15 on the play. First and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Yeah, let's go, baby. Play football. It's showtime, baby.
Nathan Gamer and Turfmunch on the line. Ash McEnroe is just going to scramble forward, and he's going to get about 8 yards.
The ball carrier. Gain of 8 on the play. Second and 3. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Don't stop that motor.
And the Janitors giving up a ton of rushing yards here on this drive. They've got to improve their run defense as Threadbare throws to the flat to Ivan Mold, who wasn't even looking for the throw.
The intended receiver on the play.
Ivan Mold, the former janitor.
3rd and 3. Ball on the 39.
The Janitors traded Ivan Mold to the Beefers in the offseason. Now Ash McEnroe is in the shotgun for this 3rd down conversion. McEnroe looking for the pass. Oh my god, the Janitors sent like 5 people. The ball's loose. Picked up by the Janitors. It's Michael Tyre. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He gets it to the 21. And so the Janitors are in stunned, motionless silence at the turnover. Holy moly, the Janitors on a crazy blitz there. Ash McEnroe gets out of dodge, but then gets blasted, and now the Janitors with an incredibly short field on that return. Lots of motion here as Bogdan sends his boys in motion. It's a counter run from Tyler McFridge, and he's going to get stopped for a 2-yard loss by Jamie Bunwala. So the Janitors beginning the drive in field goal distance. 2nd and 12. Bogdan going to throw. Throws it to the corner. Picked up by Larry Balding at the 10. Balding on the corner route. Somehow jumping between the much larger defensive back placed on him. It's all about getting in front and getting to where the quarterback threw the ball. Now Bogdan has 7 yards to go to get to the end zone. It's a pitch to Tyler McFridge on the outside, but unfortunately, the outside block not secured, and Destin Mystery is able to tackle for a 1-yard loss. Oscar Dudeman playing fullback duties for these goal line plays. Now they've got 10 yards to go. McFridge on the dive. He's got a big hole in the middle, and he's going to get within 4 yards of the end zone. Third down for the Janitors on this touchdown try. McFridge and Dudeman still behind. Quaffit in motion. It's an outside pitch to Tyler McFridge, and he can't quite make it in. He's 1 yard short.
Gain of 2 on the play.
And so it'll be a chip shot field goal for Joshua Hoser to put the first points of the game on the board. And the Janitors up by 3. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter and a roller coaster already. A fumble overturned by a challenge. And we've had an incredible forced fumble by the Janitors already after the Beefers look like their running game is fantastic. They were absolutely carving up on the outside. And the Janitors have been blitzing quite a considerable amount. And while it's been mostly to their detriment on that last possession the Beefers had, getting Ash McEnroe to cough up the ball, in comes Bobby Williamson pushing over Threadbare at the 25. The Beefers looking to respond with points of their own. They've had the wind knocked out of their sails by the turnover last drive, looking to increase their ball security. McEnroe, a short reception to Todd Normal at the 30. Very tight coverage there for Normal, placed low. Great throw there by McEnroe. Looking a bit more like a 2nd and 4. Nathan Gamer in motion. McEnroe going to throw. He's going to scramble, but Alan Combo says no with his first sack of the game. 3rd down, Beefers.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Alan Combo, the de facto leader of the cleanup crew. And Threadbare is going to try and throw it. And Ivan Mold isn't going to get enough yardage on the drag route. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. There were so many Janitors in the middle of the field trying to prevent any first down passes. That was crazy. That was like watching fireflies dazzle around at night. And Joe Borderline, terrible punt. What an awful shank, and the Janitors are going to have fantastic field position here. Oh, you hate to see that. The Janitors beginning this drive at the opponent's 48.
1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Ogden got to the red zone, but then was limited to a field goal. He begins the drive once again with a short field. He's going to turn it over to Tyler McFridge, who gets it up the middle for a moderate gain.
5-yard gain on the play.
Now, so far the Janitors handing the ball off way more than they did against the Gators last week, and Tyler McFridge has been doing pretty good for them. The tiny little speedster that they got from the Gators, and he's going to go for a 1st down, and he's brought down at the opponent's 36. Yeah, quite a huge trade by the Gators and the Janitors. They traded number 1 fullback from Season 1, Kaleem Rando, for Tyler McFridge, who was a cornerback for the Gators in Season 1, but Tyler McFridge has found new life as part of this offense at running back. Here he is on the counter, and there's no one on the left side. He's going to go for 10 yards, make it 12 as he brings it inside the 25. And of course, you don't really need to watch much of a Gators game to show how much of an impact Kaleem Rando has had on the rushing offense, with Kaleem Rando helping Nathan Sittler and Ollie Jawova on their amazing running back careers. It's a toss play to Tyler McFridge, who only gets a yard. And Mario Grillmaster has been doing a great job at limiting these pitches that the Janitors have been attempting. Mel Strong in at running back, makes a man miss, gets a great block, and he'll go forward and bring it to the 15. Now here's a really cool piece of the puzzle the Janitors are trying to utilize. I'll see it pointed out if it's there, but former offensive lineman Harold Van Panel is now wearing the number 11 jersey. There you see him at the end of the line. He's a wide receiver now, but on these tight packages, he's reprising his role as a linesman. They're going to hand it off to Mel Strong, who shoves a man away, and he brings it to the 1. What a stiff arm there from Mel Strong. And I just wanted to highlight Harold Van Panel here, because it's just like the Rollers. We see these general managers using their pieces in such creative ways. As it's Mel Strong again. He gets the handoff. He's diving up the middle. He'll get a yard. And the Janitors creep ever closer to a touchdown. 2nd and goal. Ball security key. Dude Man and McFridge behind. They hand it off to Tyler McFridge, who gets it in for a touchdown. Janitors on the board, and they did what they couldn't do last week. They've got a touchdown in front of this Beavers crowd. And the Seattle Beavers need to stop giving the Janitors short fields on these drives. The first one brought about as an interception and a really ugly punt, making it a 48-yard field for the Janitors. Joshua Hoser kicks it good, and the Janitors up 10-0 here in the first half. Or in the second half, sorry. Whoa, time flies, man. We're 13 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. And that was nothing but runs from the Janitors. It seems that they've fully learnt their lesson from last week, and maybe they should cool it on the throwing. Perhaps forcing what isn't there wasn't working. And every down going forward. But the Beavers have looked explosive. They are fully capable of scoring points here in this game. They've just got to protect the ball and keep the momentum up. All right, Ash McEnroe has some work to do to restore the confidence of Beavers fans. 2 tight end set with Justin Threadbare behind him. This smells like a run. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first half. Yes, it's going to be an outside pitch. Threadbare all the way on the outside, and he's going to get 8 yards out of it before being tackled by Bobby Williamson. That's going to bring up the 2-minute warning. Second and 1 for McEnroe. Janitors send 3. They've got Todd Normal on the drag route at the 35. First down, Beavers. Ash McEnroe in the shotgun with no tight end. Minute 40 to go. McEnroe throws it up to the wide open Justin Threadbare, 2 yards short of a first down. The Beavers are moving. Under center, McEnroe throws one up, intended for Greg Trucker, but tipped away by Rory Fisher. Rory Fisher's been moved down to dime back from his original cornerback 1 starting position. Bobby Williamson is reprising his role as cornerback number 1, which he hasn't done so since season 1. 3rd and 1, a tiny distance to go for the Beavers to keep this drive alive. Janitors, I smell a blitz. It's an outside pitch. It's gonna be stopped by Kyle Simpleton. 4th and nothing for the Beavers. The little linebacker that could, bringing the Beavers to a stop on 4th down. And Joe Borderline is out to punt. Could this be a fake? Joe Borderline has some explaining to do. Hoping to make amends on his previous punts as he attempts to eat up as much play clock as possible. And Joe Borderline attempts to cough in it. This is a much better punt than his previous attempts, and it will be inside the 20. A fantastic punt. The ball spotted at the 15. So Joe Borderline redeems himself as Bogdan has a much longer field in front of him than his previous two drives. McFridge behind, gets the handoff, tries to go up the center, but the door is immediately closed by Jamie Bunwala. Timeout by the Janitors, their first of 3. Second and 9.5. Bogdan once again hands it off to McFridge, who barely doesn't get any yardage on that. Trying to roll off his blocker, but is unsuccessful. That's another timeout by the Janitors. It's now a 3rd and long situation. The Janitors only have 1 timeout remaining, ahead by 10. As the Beavers show a lot of pressure. Hand off to Tyler McFridge, who gets a first down. As the Janitors continue to eat clock. But the this is an automatic review to see if this was a first down. This looks good to me. The elbow is there. He's got first down by at least more than half a yard. And the referee has no voice, so I don't know what. The play stands. So that was not a challenge flag. That was an automatic booth review just to make sure that the call was correct as per the rules of 2-minute warnings. And the Janitors will use their final timeout to decide what to do with 20 seconds remaining. Will they concede the half? Will they attempt to go long? Ogden's under center, so it's unlikely that we'll see a Hail Mary. No, they are going to throw it. It's a quick pass to Larry Balding, who's at the 40, at the 20. What a bullet pass! And that's touchdown for the Janitors, and the hole gets dug even deeper for the home team. Larry Balding, I was not expecting that play call at all. Larry Balding, that's Destin Mystery trying his best to prevent Balding from getting the end zone, and the Beavers crowd are irate, down 16 in the first half. "74-yard touchdown pass from Bogdan. Hoser kicks it good. And the Beavers down 17 without a single point of their own. And what a confidence booster for the Janitors. Again, getting absolutely kicked around last week. Having a come to Jesus moment, sorry. Firing up the correct people, making the correct adjustments. And they are out swinging against the Beavers in this pivotal division matchup. A squib kick. Try and burn as much time as possible. Picked up by Threadbare. Tackled down at the 45. And the Beavers are going to have a long talk in the locker room at halftime to try and figure out what exactly to do as Ash McEnroe in the shotgun with split backs, perhaps a maximum protection Hail Mary throw. No, they're going to dump it off quickly. Zach Racer there to interrupt the pass intended for Threadbare. 6 seconds on the clock. Ash McEnroe, same formation. Throws it quickly to Ivan Mold, incomplete, 3 seconds left. Ivan Mold there, double covered. Crowd calling for Todd Normal. Ash McEnroe throws it to Todd Normal, but he gets tackled down at the 35, and that is going to end the half. The Seattle Beavers scoreless as the home team trails 17-0. If the Janitors come out with a win in this game, that will be an 8-win streak for away teams. There hasn't been a happy home crowd in over 2 weeks. As Joshua Hoser, kicks it off to Justin Threadbare, who's 2 yards into his own end zone and will elect to begin the Beavers' first drive with a touchback. Now it's all down to the halftime adjustments. What have the Beavers done to continue putting pressure on the Janitors and get it done? They had fantastic work with the outside runs in the first quarter. Perhaps we'll see more Threadbare off-tackle runs. And yes, Threadbare on the counter and in like a house of fire is Len Players from behind, stopping the run after 4 yards. Ash McEnroe on the corner route. It's Greg Trucker who gets it to the 45. Under tight coverage from Bobby Williamson. And Ash McEnroe, 7 for 12 on passes this game. They're at the 45. It's a quick pass into the hands of Nathan Gamer. And the Beavers into enemy territory at the opponent's 47. McEnroe throws it to the flat for an awaiting Ivan Mold, but it's knocked loose. Ruben Staples ensuring the incompletion. Third down, Beavers, 2 for 5. They only need to make it forward 2 yards. Perhaps a Threadbare dive is in order. Yes, they'll give it to Justin Threadbare. First down, Beavers tackled at the opponent's 45. First and 10. Beavers doing amazing so far on this drive. Threadbare on the counter run gets stopped by Jacob Tahoe Jr. Threadbare on the counter run gets well spotted by the linebacker. Stopped for no gain. McEnroe in the shotgun. It's a handoff. Stanley Turf Munch gets it for 3 yards. The Beavers a bit further to go on this third down conversion. They are almost within field goal range. McEnroe is going to throw it. He's going to throw it to Gamer, but it's tipped away by the linebacker. That's Liam O'Fiend forcing the 4th down. And Joe Borderline, they're just barely out of field goal range, unfortunately, and with the heavy winds here in Seattle, the Beavers have elected to punt instead of go for the long field goal try. They will punt a touchback, and the Janitors will get the ball back at their 20. It's a play action, throwing it deep for Larry Balding, who picks it up at the opponent's 45. Great play, action play, reminiscent of the Gators yesterday with their first play of the game against the Hellcats. An amazing deep shot there. And that's going to be a penalty against Wyoming as it's a false start penalty called. Let me pause and unpause so I get the announcer back.
First and 15. Ball on the 50-yard line.
That's going to push the Janitors back 5 yards. They're at the 50. 15 yards to go. Lots of flipping going on here from Bogdan, who's in the shotgun. Looking for a long pass. Throws it to the right side. Comes up with Harold Van Panel at the 35 for a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Watch your eyes. Come on.
A very tight formation here. Tyler McFridge trying to find a hole, but gets utterly shut down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 9. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Get it up. Hold the look. Hey, watch the screen. Set. Let's go.
Again, it is moving well. Bogdan is going to throw on second down, but he takes too long in the pocket as it's infiltrated by Jevin Holdsbard for the sack. That's going to bring up a third and long situation for the Janitors. The Beefers need this stop.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Keep it up.
With the wind as it is, the Janitors are more than likely out of field goal range. Beefers on a blitz. They get to Bogdan a second time. This time, it's Jamie Bunwala knocking down the quarterback, and I think that has pushed the Janitors out of field goal range. Yes, they're well at the 44, so Dan Popcap is going to have to punt. Again, a very windy day here at the Beefatorium, which is going to heavily impact a lot of field goals and punts. As that goes for a touchback. So the Beefers at the 20.
First and 10.
The Beefers need something here. A minute 26 remaining in the third quarter. The whole game, no points to show for it. And the Beefers are way better than that as Threadbare's up the right side. Gets a stiff arm. Gets to the 34 before being tackled down.
10 on the play.
And that's the kind of effort the Beefers are going to need every play to get back into this game. Down 3 scores.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Oh, no, D. No more, fella. They ain't got nothing. All right, let's go. Roll, roll. Let's go.
Stanley Turf Bunch in as the running back.
We gonna take it.
McEnroe to throw, but Alan Combo gets in his face. The throw was behind him. I don't know why that wasn't called intentional grounding, but Alan Combo having a great day today.
Second and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Get some slot going. Watch your man. Watch screen. Here we go.
Second and 10. Empty set for the Beefers. They're going to hand it over to Destin Mystery. Big shoulder tackle, and they're going to be centimeters close to a first down. Or forgive me, that's Stanley Turf Bunch now wearing the number 21. Destin Mystery is now wearing the number 40, playing cornerback. Got to keep up with all these huge changes in the league. 3rd and inches. They're going to hand it. No, it's a play action. Passing it to Ivan Bold, who picks it up at the 30. Big first down for the Beefers and a much needed one as they are now well within enemy territory. Bobby Williamson so close to making a play on his former teammate. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Not a point scored in this period. But the Wyoming Janitors maintain a 17-0 lead.
First and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line.
All right, here we go.
Ash McEnroe, desperate for a touchdown. Empty set here on 1st and 10 at the opponent's 30. They're going to hand it to Threadbare, who only is able to struggle for 2 or 3 yards.
2 on the play.
And I think that graphic right there, the Beefers are very close to the time of possession and even total yardage gained to their opponents, but they have no points to show for it. The Janitors having fortuitous takeaways in the first quarter. They've got Todd Normal on the slant. What a great catch as he brings it to the 10 before being tackled down by Williamson. And the Beefers are moving the ball. Moving the ball, moving the chains, moving this crowd as they're back on their feet. They've got a flea's dick over 10 yards to go to the end zone. Red Bear once again taking the handoff. What a great run there for 6 yards.
7-yard gain on the play. Second and 3. Ball
The Beefers need to convert here. Ball security, getting the for sure thing. They're going to hand it. And that's a touchdown for Stanley Turf Munch as the Beefers finally get points on the board. Ruben Staples was in a position to shut the run down, but Turf Munch makes a munch turf. And that's a 3-yard touchdown run for the Beefers. Joe Corkboard for the extra point try. And it's good, and the Beefers bring the deficit to 10. The Beefers need 3 and outs, and the Janitors need to burn up time. They have a 2-score lead. They can avoid any costly mistakes. Again, ball security being paramount here for both teams. The Beefers hoping to get a lucky takeaway like the one the Janitors got on them at the first period. Williamson returns it to the 24.
16 yards. Williamson on the return. First and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Let's turn it up, D.
Bogdan once again in control of this offense. I smell a lot of McFridge handoffs. No, Bogdan's going to throw it, but he takes too long.
Makes the sack. 3-yard loss.
Jevin Holdsbard with his second sack of the game brings the Janitors down to 20, and this Beavers crowd on their feet. This is exactly the kind of defensive work they need to get back in this game. 2nd and 14 for Bogdan. It's an outside pitch to Tyler McFridge, but stopped for a loss by Charles Author.
1-yard loss on the play.
And so that's going to bring up a 3rd and very long.
3rd and 15. Ball on the 19-yard line.
What screen? You need a run. What the draw screen? Who made the play?
Dude Man McFridge behind is going to be McFridge on the counter run. Dude Man with a great block, but McFridge
On the carry.
is only able to make up about 5 yards. So the Janitors electing to burn clock here. Still sitting on a 2-score lead. And they're going to trust in Dan Popcap's leg to take away as much field position from the Beefers as possible. It's a good big punt to the right side of the field. Threadbare picks it up at the 30, and he will get it to the 50.
1-yard punt. Return for a gain of 16 yards. First and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
To Ash McEnroe. A 50-yard field in front of him to try and get this within 3 points. McEnroe looking to throw. Gets Todd Normal on the drag route. First down, Beefers. It's Todd Normal's 5th reception for 59 yards. McEnroe, play action. Throws it to the left side. Todd Normal with separation. Touchdown, Beefers. On the Todd Normal go play action, Todd Normal gets that slight separation on the veteran cornerback. And the Beavers crowd are within 4 points of the Janitors. Two big passes by Ash McEnroe brings the Beavers to 14 points, accompanied by Joe Corkboard extra points. And now the Janitors no longer have that 2-point cushion, so they're going to have to drive hard in an attempt to stick the dagger in the Beavers. Bobby Williamson receiving at the 8s. He's not going to get very far. He tries to shove a defender out the way, but he's nonetheless brought down at the 20.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Check it. Keep moving. One center. Let's go. They ain't got nothing.
So the Janitors handing it off to Tyler McFridge up the right side. He's going to get 4 yards. Jevin Holdsbard limiting the run. Good gain there by McFridge.
Second and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Run there. All day, baby. Come on. You coming in late? Yeah, go, go. Let's go.
Lots of motion. Balding and it appeared to be Quaffit in motion. They're going to hand it off to... No, it's a play action. Deep pass to Craig Quaffit, but knocked out of the way. Good try there from the Janitors. Quaffit just unable to get that separation that Bogdan was hoping for. Thankfully, it didn't end up in a interception. Bogdan on third down. Harold Van Panel in motion. And they're going to hand it to Tyler McFridge, who gets the first down and then some. He's got empty field. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And somebody in the chat was saying this was eerily similar to the Shitbird Stoats game. And the team with the 3-point lead breaks away with a big touchdown to bring the cushion back to 2 scores. We might have a rerun here, folks, much to the disappointment of Beavers fans. That was a ballsy choice running it on third and medium long like that, but some great blocks picked up, and Tyler McFridge broke 3. Joshua Hoser with the extra point brings the Janitors back to a 10-point lead, leading 24-14, 2 minutes 55 seconds remaining in the game. 77 yards by Tyler McFridge. Red Bear at the 30. Tackled down at the 31 by Ken Chokunu. The Beavers need a touchdown here. They've called on Todd Normal's number once already to get the game within 3. Will they do it again? Ash McEnroe in the shotgun. Oh, it's a draw play. Irv Munch getting a small amount of yards there. The Beefers with not a lot of time to play with, trying to catch the run defense napping when they're expecting a pass play. McEnroe has to throw it away. Kyle Simpleton almost intercepting as Len Players forces the early throw.
Third and 8. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Hey, let's go one deep. Watch the outside. Stay soft, man.
Ash McEnroe looking for the Mac and throw. He's going to try and get it to Ivan Mold, but well defended by Ruben Staples. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Beefers. And Joe Borderline out to punt. And another bad punt for Joe Borderline. The Janitors are going to get it at the 46.
First and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Counter run from Tyler McFridge. Tries to spin away, but
On the carry.
gets only a gain of 2.
On the play.
As that brings up the 2-minute warning. So the Janitors looking to scrub up time and stick the dagger in the Beefers.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
The Beefers down by 10. They need a turnover. Craig Quaffit, who's been silent all day on the move. It's a handoff to Tyler McFridge trying to find a hole, but he gets tackled from behind. The Beefers use their first of 3 timeouts.
1-yard gain on the play. Third and 6. Ball on the 42-yard line.
It's on. Let's go. Let's go.
Ogden going to pass it. Throws it to the sure curl there from Larry Balding for a first down. Balding threatens the go route, curls inside of J.K. Jokester for the high percentage throw. First down, Janitors. Beefers using their second of 3 timeouts. Clock paused at 1:43. It's a counter run from Tyler McFridge. Turns up fields for a big gain. Gets it to the 25.
7-yard gain on the play. Second and 2. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Get some slug going. Let's go. Watch your man. Don't stop. Don't stop that motor. All day, baby. Come on.
Tyler McFridge up the middle again. Stopped!
Number 36 on the run.
Phillips sweeps smoke, preventing the first down run.
Third and inches.
The Beefers desperately hoping to limit the Janitors to a field goal. A field goal still makes it a 2-score game. Bogdan looking to throw, and it's incomplete on the drag route.
Number 11, the intended receiver on the
That was Harold Van Panel slightly late on the pass play that heavily relies on timing and execution. And Joshua Hoser is going to try and kick it through the uprights to make it a 13-point lead. And the kick is good, but
is good.
honestly, the Janitors should have just gone for it on 4th down. The math says here that it's still a 2-point game. There's 58 seconds left, so the Beefers are still going to need an absolute miracle. But back to return for the Beefers is Justin Threadbare, responsible for 2 kick return touchdowns against the Shitbirds in Week 1, and an absolute miracle of a game for them. They have not won since then. Is there some more magic in that 24 jersey here today? He's at the 20. And he's going to get tackled down at the 34. Go and dip and let her rip. Ash McEnroe hoping to throw it deep here with 54 seconds to go to add a quick touchdown. He's going to go to Ivan Mold for a quick slant, getting him to the 50.
The result of the play is a first down.
It's going to inch the Beefers up. Time is of the essence. 40 seconds remaining. Ash McEnroe. Macken throws it on the drag route to Greg Trucker for a good gain. 34, 32, 30 seconds remaining as the Beefers scramble to get into position. They need a touchdown. Nothing else will suffice. It's a handoff. We'll see if that's a first down or not. Hardly matters. 20 seconds to go. And the Beefers are forced to use their final timeout.
Third and inches. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Ash McEnroe looking for the end zone. Everyone's going. Tipped away. Intended for Edgar Stormcount, who almost had separation on Ruben Staples. And the Beefers going for it on fourth down. 16 seconds left. They need a touchdown. They need an onside kick, and they need a second touchdown. Beavers looking through the air, and it's a sack by Allen Combo. Turnover on downs, and that will be the ball game. The Janitors will win this game 27-14.
They'll take over at the 40-yard line.
11 seconds on the clock, no timeouts, and O'Neal will bring the away team winning streak to 8 in a row. What? Apparently home field advantage just doesn't exist. We have not had a happy home crowd in 2 weeks here in the TNFL. And the Wyoming Janitors will go up to 3-2 on the season, beating the Beefers. And the Beefers will be tied with the Stoats at 1-4 on the season. What a great comeback game for the Janitors. They really needed that after getting absolutely obliterated by the Gators. But the Beefers also as desperate for this win. Bruce Bogdan, 145.8 passer rating, 62% completion rate, 0 interceptions. It is a complete turnaround from last week. Holy moly, throwing for 149 yards. Ash McEnroe not throwing an interception. The only turnovers have been from forced fumbles. But Ash McEnroe with an 89.6, still respectable in the lead with a great 53% completion rating. For rushing Tyler McFridge, dude. The Janitors really used the game last week to adjust their priorities on offense, and Tyler McFridge really went above and beyond this game. An average of 6.6, 160 yards rushing on 24 attempts. Holy moly. Justin Threadbare also doing really great for the Beefers. 55 yards on 9 carries, just a fraction of Tyler McFridge's, but the average is still just as good at 6.1. Stanley Turfmunch also stepping up when he was required, and the Beefers really went through all of their running backs this game. For receiving, most yards goes to Larry Balding on that big touchdown pass, the longest, 74 of those yards coming from that one touchdown pass. Todd Normal really tried keeping this game close. His number was called upon for that receiving touchdown, but alas, the Beefers could not get it done. Ivan Mold also doing fantastic. A lot of the Beefers receivers actually doing really great today. Harold Van Panel, only a singular reception. But it looks like Larry Balding was doing the only receiving. How many passes did Bogdan even throw? Oh, he's 5 for 8. Yeah, pretty much the exact opposite from Bruce Bogdan this game. Oh, Stan Hittum's having a great game. Holy crap.